Hello and welcome to a week of trading cards in review. Name subject to review. I'm probably going to change that name at some point. Still workshopping the name, but what are you gonna do? So week of trading cards in review. Welcome. Basically, what I'll be doing is I'll be looking through some of the packs that I've opened over the past week. And just giving a better look through them, and just giving my thoughts on some of the cards. And also I'll be putting them in the binders and in the card boxes. So, with that said, let's take a look at the cards that I've opened over this past week. Oh, yeah, and before I get started again, I'll also be throwing in the video that I didn't end up posting, because I had to do, I did 2 videos on Monday. One of them I didn't end up putting in because I knocked the whole camera over, it went swinging everywhere, and I just didn't feel like it'd be very genuine to cut in the middle of a pack opening. So I'll be throwing that in near the end. I'll probably also open a pack or two of something. That said, this is a week of trading cards in review. Name subject to change. I'll be going through what I've opened this past week, and I will be putting it away and giving my thoughts. So, that said, let's get started. These are cards that I've opened. I use these to keep the packs separate. So the packs that I've opened are Sunday opened Fake Grand Order, Weiss Schwarz, Divine Realm of Round Table Camelot, one pack is missing, but yes, here it is. On Monday, it was Legion of Thrones at War, Empires of the Rise. Tuesday, it was Digimon. Wednesday, it was Frontiers. Thursday, it was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Mega Pack. Friday, it was Magic the Gathering, March of the Machine Set Booster. And Saturday, it was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 151. So let's take a look at the first pack of last week. I use the really nice Legion of Thrones at War business cards to just keep the pack separate from the rest of the cards. So, and from the Weiss Schwarz Fate Grand Order pack, we had Compassionate Mage Queen Nictorious, and that was a SR. And we had Replica Bedivere. Both of them had some nice foiling. I have my own, Weiss Schwarz, I think, always depends on how big a fan you are of the properties. And then we had Fail Not for the, I believe it's called a theme card, we had Grand Assassin, Old Man of the Mountain, Provocative Gaze, Notorious, Setting Sun, Bedivere, Crumbling the Tower of the World's End, Egvarian, King Among Kings, Ozymandias, Truth of the Holy Selection, Leonardo da Vinci. And that was everything from Sunday's pack. I mean, I don't actually play Weiss Schwarz. I've been meaning to learn, never got around to it, but I love all their product tie-ins. So that's basically what it boils down to. And let's throw those. I'm a huge fan of the Fate series, so pack. And let's put those in the correct box. Goes with the Weiss Schwarz Fate items. Did I accidentally put the card away with the wrong stuff? Yes, I did. Here we go. Is S rare and above. It's gonna go right here with the S rares and above. And it's just a binder where I put cards from various different games. I don't really have enough cards to dedicate their own binder to. I don't really know the price of Weiss Schwarz cards. I know the sealed goes a lot, I mean, as with most games, goes for a lot more than the open. Anyway, let's head on to the next pack. Legions, Realms at War, TCG, Empires on the Rise. That was Monday's pack. And this was the pack that, first pack of the new year, I ended up, knocking over the camera and ended up going flying. So, that video, it's actually at the end of the video, but this is the pack that I opened in replacement of that. And boy, was it a pack. So, comes with, I mean, Legions Around the War has got to be my favorite TCG. It got me back in when I was quitting TCGs in general. So, from the pack, rares were the Veil Realm, which is part of your left side of the board, which you start with. Veil of Grandeur and Mortal Realm Castle Alvar. I have to go into the mechanics of Legions Around the War at some point. And the other... So there's 2 rares in every pack, and the other card was a Duvox Countdown card. Now this was, like, some serious value. Beautiful card, too. I believe... I mean, I know it goes for over 100. I'm not sure whether it's 150 or 180. Nerds Cafe and Booster House have them. But, yeah, it's a very high-value card. So it goes in my high-value Legions card binder. And... let's get a perfect fit. You know, this is not perfectly fitting. So, a while back, I got some Retro Evo perfect fits, and those mixed up with the Dragon Shields. And now I'm no longer sure which ones are which. And I'm not one of them fits the card really well, and one of them does not. Here we go. No, this is bad, this is bad. There we go. I'll need to go through these sometime. I'm also not sure whether it's the Evo Retro, or the Ultimate Guard, which don't actually... Or, sorry, I mean Dragon Shields, which don't actually fit the cards properly. All I know that it's one of the two. No, it can't be the Dragon Shields, because the Dragon Shields previously all fit perfectly. No, what I think it is was I might have gotten an odd batch from Evo Retro, because some of the sleeves were actually a little bigger, and some of them were a little smaller. The newer ones don't have that issue, but yeah. And this is actually going to go in a box, because I have opened a lot of Legions Around the War. Or actually, I think I've opened so much Legions Around the War that I don't believe I actually have room for it in my Legions Around the War binder. Yeah, I have like 3 copies Nope, I only have one copy at the bottom. That's just going to go right there. I'll probably use it to build a deck for somebody. And for the other cards in the pack, we had one with the Dragon Army. Static, all Sprite Mythical Beast Warriors on your side of the field are treated as though they are now Dragon Mythical Beast Warriors, which is very good. Sprites and Dragons synergize together. Once per turn, you can pay Bloodborne 8 and eradicate one Dragon Mythical Beast Warrior from your hand, so that's like remove from play, exile. There's a lot of cards that interact with that. Face up, and if you do negate the activation of one Unified card and destroy it. That's basically on your opponent's turn. You can negate a spell that they play, and it's just really powerful. We have Araconite Putrid Poison Queen. Allegiance Malady, so it can only be played with the name Warlord. So your Warlord basically represents you on the field. If your Warlord hits their damage counter max, they die and you lose the game. Swift, which means you can play your secondary resource, which is a very limited pool, to summon it. And bestow -1 attack. So attack and defense are merged together in Legion throughout the war. So -1/-1 to all warriors on a target player's side of the field. And if something hits 0, it dies. We have Mystic Fire Incineration. So it can only be played if your Warlord is Shalara, the Mystical Fire Phoenix. So once per turn, you can destroy one non-token Mythical Beast Warrior on your side of the field, reduce the damage counter max of your Warlord for 5, so that's once per turn. Destroy one non-token warrior that matches the realm. So Mythical Beast symbol right there. And heal 5. You can sacrifice 5 Phoenix Hatchling Mystical Beast Warrior tokens, and sacrifice this card face up. No unified cards can be activated for the remainder of the turn. Now this is fortified, so it's used. Non-static effects are, so there are no static effects. Not relevant, but basically effects can be used on its opponent's turn, on your opponent's turn. Thornhaven's Fandorian Falls, Bloodborne and Consume 5, so 5 life and 5 of your very limited alchemy pool. Your opponents lose all abilities. And it's really powerful. It can shut down a player for a turn. Almost. Unstoppable Titan Warpath. Bloodborne 10, search your deck for one Latar, the Daughter of Destruction, or one Unstoppable Titan Warrior, and conscript the searched warrior to the field. So once again, really powerful. Latar is a really powerful card. It is an exalted, meaning you can only have one of it in the deck. It's also, do I have an extra copy not in a deck on me? Oh, yes, I do. So Latar, Daughter of Destruction. Allegiance Gaia. Devastate. When this warrior enters play, target up to 3 warriors on the field with blockade and eradicate the warriors face up. Part of Gaia is that you give your opponent's warriors blockade. Perish. So when it's sent to the graveyard from the field to the graveyard, it activates its Perish ability, and it targets up to 1 face-up card on the field, and you can destroy the targeted cards. Sorry, up to 3 face-up cards on the field and destroy the targeted cards. And Rift. When this card is eradicated by a card effect, you can target one card on the field and destroy the targeted card. So very potent board removal. And this will allow you to get it out on your opponent's turn, which is very good. And if this card is eradicated, you can target one Titan War card in your eradication zone, add the targeted card to your hand, and then if you do, you can revive one Latar from your discard or eradication to your side of the field. So if you were to eradicate by effect of a card on your turn, you could also get that effect. Get off my mountain! Man, the dwarf cards are so amazing. So it is a fortified, Bloodborne 4. You can only play it if you're Dwarf Synergy, which is once again part of the left side of the board, Warlord, Veil Realm, Synergy, Guardian, and they're always there. So they're right there at the start of the game. So you can only play it if your Synergy is Mount Finger, the Frozen Peak. So it can negate the conscription of a warrior and place it on the bottom of their opponent's deck, which is negate and place it on the bottom, which is honestly probably better than most other things. Better than putting in the discard, better than eradicating it. It makes it so much harder for the opponent to get it back. And if this card is in your discard pile at the end of the opponent's turn, you can place the card back on top of your deck, and if you do, reduce your synergy cooldown by 1 turn. So synergies have some really powerful effects. This is just all over a really good card. The name is hilarious. When it comes to Mount Finger, there's something about these dwarfs that get them all riled up. I don't really know what it is, but there is something there. Sir Hector, the Mighty Brawn. So, one thing that Legion of the Realms at War and its creators, Future Lore Studios, do really well is lore. There is a lot of lore to this game, and I love it. It's so rich. Every card has flavor text. It's amazing. Black Magic Soldier Vigil. So it's just a 4-power warrior. Rogue Wire Trap. Fortified. Roll 6-sided dice. Deal X damage to one target warrior on the field, where X was the result rolled. If the result rolled was 6, deal 6 damage to all opposing warlords as well. If this card is in your discard pile at the end of an opponent's turn, you can shuffle this card back into your deck, and if you do, shuffle up to one other card on the field back to its respective owner's deck. You can only activate one of it per turn. It's good, it's powerful, it's very based on dice rolling, but that is the rogue archetype. It's Warlord is Angelica, and they have a ton of cards to manipulate die rolls and allow you to, roll extra dice. Fight for the Hell Plains. Unified, Bloodborne 10. Eradicate 3 demon cards from your discard pile, then if you do, draw 1 card. If this card is discarded by the effective demon card, you can target 1 demon warrior in your eradication zone and add the targeted card to your hand. If this card is eradicated by the effective demon card, you can target 1 warrior on the field, take control of the targeted warrior. Till the end of turn, the warrior becomes a demon in addition to its other legions. It's a really, really cool card. Don't play demons that often, so I can't say how good or bad it is, but it certainly has a bunch of unique effects, and it seems like... So, there's 2 archetypes right now. There's 2 warlords, Anosculus and Aldramech. Aldramech has the black magic archetype, and they want to eradicate stuff. Anosculus is based on discarding and taking control. And so it's interesting to see that the card basically switches up the effects of the warlords. Well, not quite, but if you're in an Anosculus deck, you're going to be discarding, and it affects the eradication zone. If you're in an Aldramech deck, you're going to be eradicating, and it affects the field and takes control of stuff. Duvox's Scrapyard. It's a unified, Bloodborne 4. Duvox is based around Doomsday counters, and you want to add or remove them to stuff. And it's a negate. And that's pretty powerful. And it has an effect that if it's in your discard pile, except the turn that it was put there, you can eradicate it, destroy one face-up Duvox card in the field, and if you do, draw a card. And then Frozen Adventurer Jellendorf. Frostbite. When this warrior battles another warrior, the opposing warrior loses half their attack power rounding down. So it's a really good ability if your opponent only has one attack. Combat doesn't even take place. It's just dies when it enters. So you don't take any damage. And here is a token. Black Magic Soul token. Attack 1. Purge. During either player's turn, you can sacrifice this card and pay Bloodborne 2. All players eradicate the top card of their deck face up. So that was Legions, Realms at War, Empires on the Rise from this week. And that's just going to go in my big box of Legions, Realms at War pulp. Next was Digimon. Card game, great legend. I still need to learn how to play. I've been meaning to for a while. I've heard it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy Digimon as a series. So I should learn. I was really Adventure 01, Adventure 2, Tri, Kazuna. I haven't actually gotten around to watching the Adventure remake. I loved Tamers. I mean, this is probably based off Frontiers. And then there was Cyber Sleuth was amazing. So there was Ghostmon, which is a rare. And then there was SR Dan Devimon. Devimon's cousin Dan. Yeah, I stole that joke from somebody. Oh, Ghostmon. Then we have Atomic Inferno. We had Dobermon. Goonimon. I really need to learn how to play. Piranimon. Gus Okumon. Lyolmon? Tobuimon. Agumon. Neodevimon. Tankdramon. I love the art. It always feels fun opening the pack. Also, yeah, didn't you have a, point counter card? With cards from the set and the rarity. Yeah, no, I really need to learn how to play, because I think I'd probably have at least some fun playing the game. But that'll happen eventually. Nope, wrong box. And next we have Legions, Realms at War, Frontiers. We have Essence of the Corrupt, Bloodborne 10, Consume 10, it's Unified. If your Guardian is Vendetta, Sentinel of Paradise. Lost. This card cannot be negated or responded to. For the remainder of the game, each time after your Warlord inoculates the Fallen Angel Priestess uses their special ability, they can take control of an extra warrior with less attack than the warrior originally taken. And it's basically put under the Warlord and can only be activated once per game. I mean, so one issue that there is that, and it'd be disingenuous if I didn't address this, is the foils from Frontiers had a curling issue. It's really the only set that has them. I have had cards from Empires, which is the latest set, come out like perfectly. I've left them out in the middle of the summer, super humid. It was release weekend, so I opened all my stuff, went down to the event, and I had a bunch of stuff sitting on counters and stuff, and I didn't get to putting everything away till the next week. They were all fine, and it was a humid week. It was really humid, and it was in a basement. So I can say for certain that no issues with curling from Empires on the Rise, which is probably because after Frontiers, the curling was such an issue that they completely redid their entire foiling process from scratch. They rethought everything. They now use 3 different foiling techniques, some sort of spot foiling, I think, for higher rarities, and they bake the card almost. Legion's Realms at War TCG has a really interesting video going into their foiling process. It's unfortunate that the Frontiers cards do foil. It's not as much of an issue. It's not really as much of an issue with their earlier promos or their Ravage lands or their Bountiful Harvest cards. I mean, some of them do if you leave them out in really humid weather, experience some, but not much. You'd have to be testing them for it or having them sit in a muggy basement corner. But Frontiers was pretty egregious for that, had that issue, which is unfortunate because it's such a great set otherwise. But that they saw the issue and they took a lot of steps to fix it, which I can say I'm just really happy about. When a company sees an issue with something and they fix it, they don't leave it to fester. They don't ignore it. They don't even need feedback. They see it happen and they fix it. They're a small company, so they couldn't recall all the product and everything, but they took care to fix it. And that's small company, a young card game, and that just shows the amount of how much they care about quality. So yeah, Essence of Corruption, Awakening of the Mystic Fire. Now this is a full art card. It's a reprint. I believe it might have been errated from the battle decks. It's pretty staple for the Shalara Mystical Beast build. It's an active, so it stays on the field. Once per turn, you can manifest 1 Phoenix Hatchling Mystical Beast Warrior, your token on your side of the field, attack 2. Once per turn, you can pay Bloodborne 4, sacrifice 2 Phoenix Hatchlings on your side of the field, and if you do, draw 2 cards. Destroy this card at the end of your turn if you do not control 1 other face-up Mystic Fire, Unified, and Fortified. And you can only control 1 of them. Just a great card. Bastion's Battershock. Runes on the River Styx. Beacon of Blossoming Leoni. It's unified. Once per turn, I can target 1 angel card on the field. Pay Bloodborne 10, bestow 5 holy counters on the targeted card. And I can sacrifice it face up, and if I do, bestow another 5 holy counters to 1 angel warrior. So they're really good at ramping out those holy counters. That's what angels really want to do, have a lot of holy counters. Welcoming of Wintertide. Recently had a special winter set called Wintertide Wanderers, which had some neat cards. Orcbane Savage Wilds. Sprouts from the Mystic Fire Ashes. So it's another active card. It's a unified, and it just lots of Mystic Fire. I say synergy, but there's a different synergy for that. Fandorian Outpost, which basically it interacts with a lot of other Fandorian cards. You can search for, it's an active, unified, you can search your deck for one Fandorian hero card once per turn, paying 2 blood, and add it to your hand. And Primordial Waves of Vigor. So, pretty decent pack. I went too far. I have way too many of these Essences of Corruption. Right now, they're not used too often in, like, competitive play. They can be fun in some casual games, but I don't really run them in my decks. And on Thursday, we had the 20th Anniversary Tin Dueling Heroes Mega Pack. And from that, we had Muckracker. Oh, I had Muckracker from the Underworld. Fiend Link Effect. I got really back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Back when Master Duel came out, and then sort of got exhausted after Konami started milking it too much. Cannot. Oh, it's so small. It's a link card. Cannot be used as link material. The turn it is link summoned. If it there's so much text. If a monster you control destroyed by battle card effect, contribute 1 fiend monster. Instead, you can target 1 fiend monster in your graveyard, except Muckracker, discard 1 card, and if you do, special summon it. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of his turn, except for fiend monsters. You can only use this effective Muckracker from the Underworld once per turn. Bysteel? Yeah, that's a Y, so it's not B-Steel, it's Bysteel. Sanaror. Target graveyard, banish it. If you do, special summon this card from your hand. This is a quick effect. Control the monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard, then 1 Bysteel monster or 1 branded spell/trap from your deck to the graveyard, except for Sarner. You can only use each effect once per turn. It's pretty good. Special summon this card as a monster. So it's a monster trap. Libromancer Geek Boy. You can reveal 1 ritual monster from your hand, special summon this card from your hand. If the card is special summoned, you can add 1 Libromancer spell card from your deck to your hand. You can only activate it once per turn. Branded Beast. So it's another branded card. Natural Camellia. Oh, Naturia. I remember the Naturia archetype. That was fun. Propagrandrake. Dinomorphia Reversion. Ice Age Creation Agrotius. Dinomorphia Sonic. Scarecrow Straddle. Rex for Hire. Oh, I remember the For Hire archetype. That was fun. Dinomorphia Brute. Earth Static Radiation. Therian Cross. Protoplant Bisplit. Protopants were fun. The Weather Forecast. It's a spell card. Is that a field spell? I think it's a field. No, that's just a spell card. I don't know why I thought it was a field spell. No, I think it's a field spell. When this card is activated, it's a search card. I like the Weather archetype. And Digit Jamming. So these are going in the Yu-Gi-Oh! And Flesh and Blood box. I'll probably have to separate the boxes at some point. You know, the Pokemon ETBs, super useful. I use their stuff, like, I mean, want to, like, go cracking packs, obviously, or I wouldn't be doing this, but also just some of the stuff you get, you use for, like, card sorting, I use for double sleeving in binders, I use for their actual dividers all the time. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not as familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarities. They're a bit harder to tell. So it's a bit out of order. And I know some cards are actually, like, people really play them. So I also factored that in. But my organization probably isn't the best for this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarities are about as difficult as Pokemon rarities used to be. Got a lot simpler with the recent set. Alright, that was Yu-Gi-Oh! Next, we have Magic the Gathering. March of the Machine. I love that set. So we had Saint Traft and Rem Carlos. Whenever it becomes tapped, create a 1/1 red human. If it's the first time this ability resolves this turn, it's the second time, create a spirit. If it's the third time, create a 4/4 angel. Whenever I cast a spell that has Convoke, untap it. Karuga. And Yargle and Mutani. Just some fun stuff in that set. It was a great draft experience. Blossoming Sounds, Deadly Deriven, Arachnoid Adaptation, Seed of Hope, Gloomfang Monster, Artistic Refusal, Wicked Slumber, Bonded Herd Beast, Invasion of Ogartha. I like evasions that, in theory, as a mechanic, I mean, some of them, they're only as good as the card, I think, and, I mean, they were fun and limited. I really only play limited in Commander, and I play casual Commander, and that's the criteria I base cards off of, and it's just, I basically quit Magic for years, basically, and back in 2021, when I started playing Legions, the local game store near me had casual Commander night, and I figured, you know what, I really enjoy Legion, I might as well try Magic again, and some of the issues with it had gotten worse, some of them, but I still was, it's a good time, so I started playing some Magic again, then I started going to Pokemon pre-release events again, and here I am. Do draft Flesh and Blood on occasion. It's a really good game. Something about it doesn't quite click with me though, and I don't know what, because it's a fantastic game. It could be that I just play limited, but I already play Commander for Magic, and I, am super into Legions, and it's just, you only divide your attention in so many ways. Also, deck construction. A lot of the times, I do get competitive with decks and stuff, and I don't really... The amount of money needed to get a competitive constructed deck outside of Commoner is quite large, and if I'm going to spend money on, Commander, you don't need to upgrade. I mean, if you're playing casually, you don't need to... It is a lot easier to do casual Commander than casual Flesh and Blood, let me say that. I mean, there is Commoner, but I don't know. Commoner doesn't really click with me. So, last pack was Pokemon 151. And that pack, I love 151. I mean, I've been Pokemon since the beginning. Not sure if you'd really consider me a Gen 1er. Not really sure what that term really is, but Gen 1 has a special place in my heart. So, Vaporeon Reverse, Moltres, Foil Basic, Reverse Erika's Invocation. It was a Poliwrath. I just love the artwork on this. Hypno, War Turtle, Old Amber, Farfetch'd, Pikachu. I have actually a Pikachu binder, but I already have this Pikachu in there. So, let's pull out the good old 151 binder. I am actually set collecting for this, trying to get a master set of everything. them in numerical order. That way when I flip through, it will be easy to. So, 25. Only one, so... Wait, did I put one in my Pikachu binder? Well, my collector binder, where I just, cards that I find interesting, some cards from every game that I've ever opened a pack for. Yes, that is 2 Ancient Mew cards. Yes, I did put it in there. Poliwrath. That is 4 of them. I am probably not storing these well, but... Farfetch'd. There's one of them at least that's going to be super well stored. Ponyta. Hypno. God, Hypno's a really creepy Pokemon. Moltres. That is a playset of Moltres. And I remember, back in the day, opening up a Moltres from Fossil. First edition Fossil Moltres. Now, I couldn't get Pokemon cards that often when I was a kid. They were a bit out of the budget, but it was always such a treat to get them. I mean, I really should see if I can grab a second binder collection for the reverse and other stuff. 134, 160... Yeah, I think at this point I have to. So that is, I already have a basic darkness energy in there. So I don't think I really need to... Are foil energies still, like, super collectible? I don't think it used to be. I know, actually, that I have, So, from way back when, I have a collection of Heart Gold Silver Play Pokemon energies. Actually, I have a full sealed pack of the Leaf energies. It's sealed in a box, and, like, with a bunch of other collectible stuff, but I'll have to take it out one day. Well, not, like, break the pack, I mean just... Actually, can I get stuff like that graded? I don't think so, because it seems like an odd thing to get graded. If anyone knows, like, leave a comment, because that'd be really cool. Be a bit worried about the pack getting something happening to the pack. It's not like it's just like a cellophane a cellophane thing, like like these. It's like a cellophane thing full of energy. So I'm not sure if how they'd even go about grading that. And you know what? What am I opening today? I feel like I still have a box with a bunch of packs of these, so I want to say that's 24. That's 5 cards. We'll open 5 packs of that. And yeah. Let's get a nice selection there. Start off with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Some Yu-Gi-Oh! Marinus Sleepy Maiden. Marincess Pegasus. Marincess, that's what it is. Marincess Crystal Heart. Raises the Karyushin. Did this... That works. Another Fury of the Karyushin. Bahamut Shark. Full Armored Black Ray Lancer. That's really cool. Number 71 Rebrain Shark. Buzzsaw Shark. Yeah, these were like on... The box was on sale for like 30 something when I got it. Canadian. 30 something Canadian. So it was a great deal. I'm less enthused about like the 5-card Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs. I mean, the rare 5-card rare packs are amazing, but the duelist packs being 5 cards, it's sort of... I don't know. You need to, if you're doing a 5-card pack, you need to do something special. Okay. I do really like the mecha-looking cards. Doublefin Shark, Marincess Pegasus, number 71. Pokemon Celebrations packs. Super amazing. There's only 4 cards in there. But it's such an experience. Marincess, Marbled Rocks, Silent Angler, Marincess, Sleepy Maiden, Frostosaurus, Wonderheart. And yeah, that's such a good time. And then you have like the rare packs for Yu-Gi-Oh! Also amazing. 5-card rare pack. That's probably going to be not this week, but in a couple weeks I'll be opening one. Legendary Fisherman. Legendary Fisherman too. I remember the original Legendary Fisherman. Double Fin Shark. Rank Up Magical Chaos. Varian's Chaos Draw. Citadel Whale. I remember Fortress Whale. Oh, there's 2 Marincess Sleepy Maidens. Or 3. Honestly, not much variety in the Legendary Duelist Mako Tsunami. I think it was actually somewhere a different, like, one actually called something different. The original set in Japan. It's just what I heard anyway. Or I don't remember where I heard it, so can't really vouch for the accuracy of that statement. But how many weeks left of Legion's packs do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks left. Yeah, 8 weeks is good enough for me to get more packs by then. Though I can open an extra pack today. I really wish more stores carried it in Toronto, but make do with what you can. Digimon Classics Collection. Come on, give me some old style cards. Togemon, Harugamon, Where Garurumon, Gardramon. Man, I remember watching the original on TV. It was so much fun. Both Demidevimon, Tentomon, Kiramon, Kabuterimon, Gatomon, Mistoimon, Miyotsumon. That's Mega Kabuterimon, Ogremon. Nice. Nice. Metal Mamimon, Demidevimon, Tentomon, Gomamon, Xarimon, Wergarurumon, Metal Tyrannomon, Greymon, Lilymon, Phoenixmon, Tyrannomon, Metal Garurumon. Nice. Nice. I don't know the value of the Digimon cards very well. Digimon cards, I just want to enjoy opening it. So, I'm really looking forward to the next Digimon story game. I've heard that it's unfortunately, it's going to be taking place in the digital world, which, I'm not against, but Cyber Sleuth was so good. I played the original, then I played it through again with a friend, and then I played through Hacker's Memory. I have, hundreds of hours put into that game. It was so much fun. I think I did, some New Game Plus runs on my own. Alright. Ravnica Remastered. Went to the preview event. It was a lot of fun. Ended up getting 2 prize packs. I'm not really sold on the set itself, but I had a fun time, so that's really all that matters. Bird Token. Guildgate. Bomber Core. Back 3 cards? Oh. Well, Assure and Assemble. Stalking Vengeance. Rakdos Guildmage. Quicken. Forced Adaptation. Band Together. Armory Guard. Helium Squirter. Summary Judgment. Balustrade Spy. Bomber Corps. Sky Knight Legionnaire. Bomber Corps. Is it Guildgate? So I don't really see the point in doing some of the stuff in Retro Border. I get it for cards that were once in Retro Border, sort of re-releasing it, or cards that sort of lore-wise take place in that era. Mind you, Magic has trashed its lore, but that's a whole other story. But it's a fun set. I sort of stopped for a while once they did away with Block. But I have really fond memories of the original Ravnica and the Return to Ravnica, Gate Crash, that series of sets. But I don't know. Feels like Ravnica Remastered is something that they tried to just recapture the success of Dominaria Remastered without really realizing what truly made it so special. Felt like there were a bit too many. It just, I don't know. Also not a fan of 20 variants. It's another thing that's... Okay. 151 or Empires on the Rise? You know what, I'm really dying to open this 151 pack. Energy. Dome Fossil. Weedle. Zubat. Goldeen. Rhydon. Rigid Band. Nidorino. Haunter Reverse. Jigglypuff Reverse. Dragonite. We will put those away in a moment. Empires on the Rise. I've opened so much of this. They did something really neat. They did golden tickets, 5 of them. Only one of them has been pulled so far, and they're all like really special prizes. The one that's been pulled actually allows input in for an upcoming set. And the thing I need to save. Okay. As I was saying, the Legions of Realms at War, Empires on the Rise set, they did some really unique things. One of them with special, so they had golden tickets and 8 different gold-plated 1-of-1 cards. And with the golden tickets, there were 5 of them. One's been pulled. It allows you to, so you get to input in designing a card, and you get 50 special full art copies of it, and it's an exalted card. So, top rare, they super neat, and they had 8 different gold-plated 1-of-1 cards. 3 of which have been pulled, and I'm sort of hunting for a gold ticket and a 1-of-1 at this point. Anyway, let's see what's in this pack. Crystal Dragon Egg. Duvox's Laboratory of Horror. I think it's 3 from the back. Mystic Fire. Grand Charnel Health. Rogue Wire Trap. Clash of Beliefs. Exit the Alehouse. Doomsday Cannon. Merciless Dragonfire. Steadfast Alehouse Honor. So first rare is Duvox Enhanced Goblin Dodox. Yeah. So one of the things that they did was they mixed it up so you can't do a proper pack trick consistently. And Bounty Hunter Paradox. Shemil, Djinn of Secret Sands. Scimitar of Shimmer. And Polis, Primordial Access of the Heavens. Bounty Hunter Paradox. Bounty Realm could be put in any deck. Has some neat effects that pair well with the other Bounty Hunters. And so you can see here, the foiling's like super nice. Super flat too. Yeah. And that was the packs for the past week, and just some extra. Let's put these away. And see if I actually got anywhere in my collection with the It's unfortunate I was never able to get my hands on much of the celebration stuff. For the 20th anniversary, I actually, have a complete set of everything. I also have so both Evolutions, XY Evolutions, and, Generations. In fact, for Generations, I have a complete set of everything sealed, too. Oh, I don't have a dome fossil. Nice! Oh, that's unfortunate. Nice. Very nice. Well, that's everything. Thank you for sticking with me. I'll have to edit this down so it's under an hour. But, see if, hopefully I'll be doing, this again next week. If not, daily pack openings, shorts as always. Probably also going to do a live stream with the Booster House Patreon rewards at some point. Within the next couple days. So, stay tuned for that. Have a good one. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a pack of trading cards a day. This is day 35, pack 35. Today's pack is Legion's Realms at War, Empires on the Rise. It's a 15-card booster pack. Let's get started. Okay, that Resurrection,